Hello. Hi. This is versus Imago or whatever the hell that you want to call me, or whatever I decided to go by. Today I want to talk about the 1 year anniversary of Versus. So when I made this album, it was during like a very weird, confusing, and very tough time of my life because I lost, like someone that I really love, and then I don't know what to do with it. I genuinely don't. And then a bunch of my friends, kind of like, what you call that, suggested that I should do something about it. So therefore, like thanks to them, I went out of my way to make an album specifically to sort of encapsulate everything that I felt when going through this tough times, and at the same time, trying to solidify who I am and what I want to be in the next few years of my life. Because, if I'm gonna be honest, I did not know what I want to be, even though, like, I'm in my mid 20s already. But thanks to my friends, thanks to everybody who kind of like uh, trust in me and like supported my ideas and whatnot, they became like the very foundation that made me want to do this album itself. So this is me holding the only physical copy of the album. Uh, as you can see, you cannot see it that much, but like all I want to do now is just like talk about it. I mean, the first song, like Alone, was the last song that I made in the during that time, and I felt like between Alone and Withering, the last song in the track, because at the end of the day, there's only like 5 tracks in this album. That one I gave like the most like technicality that I know about music making and whatnot. But at the end of the day, the way that it turned out to be is one of my favorites in the album. I only like the first song, which is Alone, Signal, and Withering, which is the first, the third, and like the last song in the album. So Alone is about going through this alone. I took a lot of inspiration from that song by The Weeknd called Alone Again. And then but I kind of put in like a pseudo techno start and like a very trap elements like throughout the song, like if you ever know like Blade IEE. Yeah, that was like the whole point in terms of production wise. But like what was in store in that whole track itself is just like the idea of like I have to do it by myself. I have to start by myself. So yeah, and I'm glad that it turned out the way that it did. Like it became one of my favorite tracks inside of the this album itself. And then like the next song would be Signal. Signal was very floral, I would say, because I want to capture the idea, the same feeling that I felt when I hear like old Echo 2K tracks. I just want like to encapsulate the idea of like being in nature. And then and I'm glad that I did. I felt like baseline wise, like it has the most stable production quality out of the other tracks. And then I am happy the fact that I I managed to encapsulate the idea of like being in a biome, in like a pseudo like nature biome and whatnot. And then the next song was Pretender and Humane. I'm gonna briefly go over these two tracks because uh oh no, not Pretender, but Humane and Reversal, because Humane was alright because it still has like that like floral elements, that nature sound. But like Pretender turned out no, not Pretender. Reversal turned out to be like a like a very basic trap song, which I kind of have like an issue of because it doesn't really tell anything about like whatever that I'm feeling at that point of time, other than like me listening to a lot of Yeet at that point. Because if you notice, like there's like that Yeet bell in it, and then like the last song, Withering was like the last note of like the whole song because I want it to be kind of like going through this project alone, and then hopefully whatever I felt, whatever positive and negative feeling that I felt towards this project, during that time when I was doing the project, will like wither away as time goes by. But that's the ironic part of it because it never really went away, and then that's what I'm proud of, uh, to a degree because after the creation of this album, like I had my friends and I, like they gave me so much ideas to kind of like continue this whole uh making albums and making music in general, and then like it became like a huge thing now. Like back then, like what I did for the album itself, I made a CD cover and everything, and then like also like a pamphlet that comes with it. And now it became more because in the next album, Ashes to Ashes, by the way, coming soon, it has like a website, it has merch, it has like stems. It doesn't come in like a CD form anymore. It comes in a USB form, and that's like what's great about starting, I guess, at the end of the day. Even though it's not my most polished work, but uh, it became like the very foundation why I should go on and like do more and more stuff. So hence why um, I want to say that I want to preface that I want to thank everybody who supported me when this album was created. I met amazing friends along the way, and a lot of my friends gave me so much ideas um, when we were making this album and also like the next album. And yeah, it could have never been more than just like tracks, thanks to all these people. And I am very happy the fact that I was given the opportunity to even start. And I hope that everybody who supported me or anybody who kind of like know me would kind of like get on board in like more of my future projects that I have coming soon. But again, it wouldn't have been more amazing to know that I got to do what I love. And because of that, I thank everybody. I thank my family. I thank my friends. And I thank like God the fact that, I was allowed to do this. But yeah, it's been a year since Versus was created. And, there's so much more to come. Thank you.